Mikey Cornchips, he carried the name. A name known online. Everywhere, it seemed. His family thrived on it, on the views, the likes. He found it all strange. A world he didn't choose. He preferred the quiet hum of his own thoughts. He wasn't like them. His brothers, his sister, they chased the algorithm, daily, without question. Mikey watched from sidelines. He saw the curated smiles, the forced enthusiasm. It felt like a performance, one he didn't want to join. A heavy cloak, this legacy. The pressure was always there, a low, constant thrum. To step up, to engage, to become one of them. His father, Don Vito Contentino. The king of this domain. He had expectations. Mikey felt their weight. He tried to be small, to disappear into books, but escape was hard. In a house built on exposure, every moment a potential post, every conversation, content. He yearned for something else, something solid, something true. Not this fleeting digital fame. This inheritance felt like a cage. Golden, perhaps, but still a cage. He was a reluctant prince. Don Vito Contentino. The name echoed online. He was the original, the one who started it all, built an empire from pixels and relentless self-promotion. His followers numbered millions, his words shaped trends. He was a digital patriarch, a man of immense influence. The family was a machine, geared towards content creation. Loyalty was paramount, but it was a brittle thing, forged in fear mostly, and the desire for approval. The Don's approval, specifically, everyone jostled for his gaze, for a share of his light. It was a toxic dance. Don Vito ruled absolutely. His methods were legend. He could make or break careers with a single scathing post or a well-timed endorsement. Rivals were crushed digitally. Alliances shifted like sand. He understood power, the new kind of power, wielded with a smartphone. Mikey saw his father. He saw the charisma, the undeniable presence, but also the hollowness. The constant need for validation, from strangers on the internet. He felt a confusing mix of admiration and pity. He did not want that life. The crown looked too heavy. Mikey had other dreams. Quiet, unassuming ones, a life away from screens, maybe a small bookstore, or working with his hands, something real, something tangible. He imagined a peaceful existence, and where his name was, just his, not a brand to be managed, a simple, ordinary life. Then there was Kale. She was different. She didn't care about followers or viral challenges. She worked at a bakery. Her hands smelled of yeast and cinnamon sometimes. She saw Mikey, not Mikey Cornchips, the heir, just him, quiet, thoughtful. Their time together was precious. A secret garden for Mikey. They talked for hours. About books, about music, about silly everyday things. She didn't ask about his family, not in that probing way. With her he felt normal, like he could breathe. She was his offline world. Kale represented a path, a way out perhaps. She didn't judge his family, but she didn't understand them, which Mikey found refreshing. He could almost believe that he could walk away, leave the clout behind, build a life with her. A life that felt like his own. Section 4, the unfollow button, a Don's demise, a son's dark rebirth. It happened at a farmer's market, a bright Saturday morning. Don Vito was there for a community outreach stream, holding organic vegetables, smiling for the camera, projecting authenticity. The irony was palpable, surrounded by real things. He was performing his reality. Then chaos, sudden, sharp and brutal, shouts, screams, sirens amidst the artisanal cheese and locally sourced honey. Don Vito Contentino fell, his lifeblood staining the cobblestones. The stream cut abruptly, but the news spread instantly, a different kind of viral. Mikey felt a strange calm, a coldness seeping in. The shock was there, yes, but something else too, a clarity he hadn't known. The world tilted on its axis. His father, the invincible Don, gone, just like that. The reluctance inside Mikey began to curdle into resolve. The grief was a raw thing, but it twisted quickly into something harder, sharper. He saw the power vacuum, the fear in his family's eyes, the quiet, bookish boy, the one who dreamed of escape. He began to fade. A new Mikey was emerging, forged in loss and sudden rage. Section 5. Aegean escape, brief light, lasting shadow. He fled to a small Greek island. The Aegean Sea was blue, impossibly blue and calm. He needed to escape the noise, the endless speculation online, the suffocating grief, and the man he felt himself becoming. He walked the quiet beaches. The sun warmed his skin. He met Apollina there. Her family ran a taverna. She had kind eyes and a gentle smile. She knew nothing of his world, of clout or likes or feuds. She saw only a young man haunted by something sad. They found solace in each other, a fragile, unexpected peace. They married quickly, a simple ceremony, under an ancient olive tree. For a short time, Mikey felt light. He imagined a different future. With her, by the sea, far from the digital battlefield, he thought he could outrun it. The legacy, the darkness, the pull of his father's world. But shadows have long reach. Tragedy found him again. Apollina was taken from him, a brutal, targeted act, a message, clear and cold, from the enemies his father made. Or perhaps from his own fate. The brief warmth vanished, replaced by an icy desolation. There was nothing soft left in him. Section 6. The Cloutfather's Cold Rain, an empire built on fear. Mikey returned, not as the boy who left, but as a man hollowed out, and filled with something terrible. The grief had become his armor, his reluctance, a sharpened weapon. He no longer shunned the power, he craved it, he seized it. His rise was swift and utterly without mercy. He played it with cold precision. Fear became his currency. Loyalty was brutally enforced. Kale was a forgotten dream. Apollina, a searing pain, buried deep under layers of ice. He had no friends now, only subordinates and enemies. Trust was a vulnerability. He built his empire alone. He became the Cloutfather, more feared than his father, his influence absolute. He had the views, the followers, the digital kingdom at his feet, but he sat on a cold throne, isolated by his own design. A legacy of power, yes, but built on repressed pain and the ashes of his heart.